Welcome to Through the Table Podcast with Brian, JL, Tom, Rick, and Russ.
Any of you guys watched Heels?
No,
Starz?
not yet.
Not yet.
So I watched the first 3 episodes the other night. It's actually a pretty decent show.
Okay.
There's a lot of stuff that's like, as a wrestling nerd like myself, it's some of the stuff it's a little cringy at some points.
Mm-hmm.
But like obviously you have to have the like when they see like a random person on the street and like, oh, is it fake? Well, I'm a heel. You know what I mean? Like, so it's like they have to give the lingo. So like the I guess the fans that aren't smart know or whatever. But it's it's a pretty good show. Tom will like it. A lot of boobs.
I love boobs.
Boobs. Every episode so far.
Nice.
Nice.
And CM Punk's in it.
CM Punk and boobs. You can't go wrong.
Exactly.
Any order, really, too.
Are there any cameos from people that we didn't know were in it?
So far, the only thing I've seen is there's a scene where there's like a battle royal and Luke Gallows is in it and Sick Nick Mondo's in it.
Oh, all right. Because I guess there's a few cameos that they didn't acknowledge people were in it.
I haven't. That's so far. That's all I've seen.
Yeah.
Is Gallows and it's big LG.
Oh, right.
Like yeah, he's not trying to be anybody else. He's just I'm Luke Gallows.
It's like Eminem and 8 Mile.
Yeah, pretty much.
At least he wasn't Sex Ferguson then.
That would have been hilarious.
Eminem?
Luke Gallows.
Oh.
Moose, actually.
Yeah, Moose.
Moose. Oh.
Yes, I mean, that was pretty much it for news for the week, right? It was just
I thought the one funny thing from the independent show last night. I don't know if you guys read about that or not. That
the H2O show.
Not that one. The one where Danhausen and Mace Warner and Warhorse all got hurt on the same. And I guess Danhausen has a broken leg and Mace Warner has a broken ankle.
Well, I guess they're not showing up to AEW anytime soon then.
Yeah.
That's good.
And
that worked out well.
Well, I sent you guys the clips from that H2O FMWE thing, and I guess they had to bring Tremont to the hospital after the show was over.
Well, yeah, they completely lit him on fire at one point. He was
a couple of times.
Just completely on fire. He was like, especially that second clip when he gets hit with the light bulbs. You could just see he's just burnt. He's just burnt.
He said he was fine, and then he couldn't move, and they're like, "All right, you're going to the hospital."
Graph. That's
I guess he was paying the guys after the show was over in cash, and they're like, "You need to go." I'm fine. Like, oh my god,
just flaking away.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
And Anita told him, "We'll make that AEW one look bad."
Look like a popcorn fart.
I guess Onita said after, he goes, "If AEW wants to hire me for the next one, I'm available at any time."
Well, I mean,
he brought his guys in to do all the setup for it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they're all the Japanese guys.
I'm sure too. Like he probably was just like, "Well, I'm not." Take this white guy on fire. It's fine.
Not when you're like 60, you're not taking it.
No.
If Tremont's bringing you in, he's taking it. Part of the deal. You take all the bumps. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But yeah, that when he fell out of that ring, he was just completely on fire.
Oh yeah.
Just engulfed in flames.
That was wild. I saw that at like 2 last night. I'm like, I'm not going to bother anybody at 2, but I was like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Bother away.
And you know he only.
I know you would be awake. That's true. That's
He
still
probably
normal
got
time
like
for Russ.
$500 for that show too.
Like Tremont?
Yeah. I mean, it's his show, but
I guess tickets were like crazy expensive.
oh, were they? Oh,
They're
so,
like
oh, yeah,
$75 for like cheap seats and like 150 on the actual field, and they sold it out. That whatever they sold,
really?
it was like 2,500. I mean, it's a baseball stadium with a Trenton Thunder plays, so it's decent size. I think it's like 6,000, but they got 2,500, so they said they actually made money off it.
No kidding. I didn't, because honestly, all the videos I've seen there, it looks like there's nobody there, and
everyone's
I
like
kind of
behind where all the shots were, I guess.
Right. Oh yeah, it's gonna make you're not gonna. It's
cold and raining. No one was really sitting on the floor.
Right. Because that was
Well, they taped it, so it's going to be out there. They taped the show.
That'd be like on IWTV or like
it was live on IWTV.
Okay, so it'll go back up there.
Yep, it should be up there if you have it. I don't have it, but
I want to get it, but I'm so bad with my other friggin' subscriptions like New Japan World. I'm just so far away on that, so.
But the thing is, there's so much stuff on there.
There's tons of stuff.
You'd get lost with how many shows. Like on a Saturday now, there's probably 9 shows live.
Yeah.
It's everything's on it. It's like crazy.
Yep, you can I know like Chikara's whole library is on there.
Yep,
I think chaotic. You can even get chaotic wrestling. Some
chaotic, not all the chaotic stuff, but like a lot of chaotic stuff. The last couple of years isn't, but most of it's on there.
Bob Evans on it,
most likely.
All the Beyond stuff's on there.
Yeah,
everything, even the current stuff. I'm sure Evans is on there. They do anybody. I mean, I think if it isn't followed enough and you want to pay to put it on there, they'll take your stuff and you can pay to put it on there.
Fight TVs like that.
So we could put the old EWA stuff on there if somebody wanted to pay for it.
Right. Nice. Like I know my buddy just did a show. He wrestled, probably years ago. He hasn't wrestled in like 7 years. He did a show for APW up in Newbury.
Okay.
And I guess they were on Fight TV.
Oh wow!
Like they're so it's but I think it's the same thing. I think it's like one of those pay to play. Like
if you're not known enough or you have a big enough following, they're not going to pay you. They're not going to give you money for say putting on live shows. But if you want to put your library up there, we'll put it up there. Give us whatever, a couple $100 a month or whatever. It's probably nothing like crazy,
right?
For some of those small ones.
I wouldn't doubt if it's just like a one-time fee, and then they maybe work something out. If there's
they put some of the Freedom shows up there from Japan, like Jun Kasai's promotion that they have, and it was like a trial basis. But since people know who they are, they put it up there for free. But I guess not enough people watched the shows that they're not putting any new ones up. So even if you're known group, you still have to get enough views for them to deem to do more with it.
But it's kind of wild though, just with the whole internet, because
and High Spots has one where they put up a bunch of stuff too.
Right? They don't. I think don't they run they put up their PWG shows and stuff?
Yes,
right?
They put them up
on
there.
High Spots.
Yeah,
and they have a ton of content anyway too, like all the shoot interviews. And all the old Chuck Taylor and Trent. What is those?
All those old. That's right.
Was it popping? Was it talking dogs and popping hogs or something like that? That's whatever it is. Like something stupid.
Mm-hmm. Hey guys, I'm gonna run.
Sure, we're just about done anyway.
I got to catch that animal and you.
I got to find out what's going on because it's getting louder and louder. And
go for it.
It's a Demogorgon.
I think I'm gonna go.
Sounds hunting. Good. All right.
All right, guys. I'll see y'all later.
See ya
later.
Take it easy. Right. And then there were 3.
Well, 4.
4. Yeah, sorry.
That's true. We had a cameo this week.
Right.
But I think that's about really all we got.
I would say that's not
Wasn't a ton out there, but enough to keep us busy.
Yeah, I mean, I guess Ring of Honor literally firing everybody in Charlotte was told kind of enough to
get us to over the hump and get us to talk stuff. And the other thing we could talk about, not that we'll do it, we could always do Friday, is I guess Mandy Rose was saying that they're teaching the NXT talent the production because they don't have enough people down there. So they have
No
people
way.
on camera helping out, do stuff in the back and things like that, I guess. And we'll talk about more of that Friday or whatever.
I'll
But
say,
I read about that just now. Something was up there about it.
Hilarious. That's wild.
Yep, trying to teach them production because they don't have the full sale people anymore helping them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't think about that. Did not. Who was it? Chad Gable. Didn't Chad Gable just graduated from Full Sail?
Yep.
Right. He got it.
Right.
Yeah. That's kind of funny. That's that's good for him though. You know what I mean? Like he's able to.
Well, he's been stuck down there. You might as well go to school and finish off your degree. And then he'll leave to go to AEW in about 6 months.
yeah.
And I'm sure
Thanks for the degree, guys.
Yeah.
See you
See ya.
later.
and I'm sure it's like I went in 2003, and then I've been in Orlando since, and it's changed. I can't even imagine what they're teaching people there now. Like,
Right.
Am I seeing this correctly? I'm reading a thing right now that just popped up. WWE re-signed Jimmy Wang Yang
As a producer, yeah.
Yeah.
He
okay.
helped, he did something at he was at
He
SmackDown.
produced a couple segments, I think.
And I guess his daughter's been working
Not
indies.
Noble.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Jazz. I guess Jazzy Yang.
Oh,
Jazzy Wang Yang.
So yeah, I guess pretty much. I know he has like an exterminator business or something, right?
right.
But I guess on the weekends he does indie shows. I guess him like it's like a package deal. You book me, you book my daughter too.
Oh, okay.
So, but I mean that's cool because now she's getting the reps and
Yep.
who knows, maybe they'll sign another girl that can actually work.
Yeah, I guess he was helping out with some of the women's stuff, if I remember correctly.
Was it just like split up with work with Fit, or is Fit?
It
not,
isn't back yet.
But
It's
was
Tyson Kidd's in charge of the women now. Him and Molly Holly. Those are the only two they have. And I guess he was helping. I don't know. It must be Molly Holly. I think she's the one that does. I think she does SmackDown and Tyson Kidd does Raw. So I'm not sure if he's going to do both or not, but he was helping out some of the. It could be just he was shadowing along as well too, possibly until they give him his own stuff to do.
Right.
They're just not going to throw you in and have you do it off the bat. You have to help someone or kind of shadow someone probably.
It's kind of weird when they hire who they hire for agents sometimes or producers. It's just like
Who knows? It could have been just to see if he's any good at it, and if they don't like him, then just don't come back.
Right, no harm, no foul.
Right,
Yeah.
you never know. But yeah, it's strange, as you said. It's strange who they bring in to do the producing. An intern's on screen.
A new producer, actually.
Oh, okay. What's he producing this week?
He produced the JL segment.
It sounded like he did. Is he going to the game?
Here to get him here.
But
as I said, it was crazy who they bring in as producers now.
It's wild because it's just.
It's not like someone you would think. It's like, oh, him or her, or oh wow, that's an interesting name.
Like especially when it's like I mean, he's been there forever, but like Jamie Noble.
Yeah.
It's like I mean, he's as a wrestling mind. He always had good matches. He was a great worker.
Yeah.
But like to me, it's you just if you think agents, you think like former WWE champions and like You know what I mean? I feel like you should have like Shawn Michaels. I mean, granted, I know Shawn Michaels is running NXT.
I guess he's running it
or-
right now. No, he's running it with Triple
Is
H
he?
out. He's in charge. Everything goes through him and then goes to Dunn.
Has anybody
No one
like
has gotten the update on Triple H. He must
I was-
still be.
really
Very
that-
quiet.
that's kind of concerning.
Usually you hear him say something. He barely tweets or anything.
Like
So
that's
yeah, it must have been a significant. I mean, all heart attacks are significant, but it must-
cardiac event, Russ.
Yeah,
It wasn't a
had to
heart
be-
attack.
It had to be right. We don't know exactly what it was,
Cardiac event.
but it has to be a lot worse than what was imagined.
Cardiac opportunity.
Yeah. But
But
you
yeah,
just-
that's
I
wouldn't just
feel like we're gonna
disappear.
see. I feel like we're gonna see him at New Year's, like kissing Steph, and he's gonna be like 170 pounds or something like that.
oh man.
God. Oh no. Let's hope not.
I hope we get I hope we get 2002 Triple H. He just comes back jacked to the gills, like
Oh, jeez.
looking like two rhinos.
Well, so now so it's him. Road Dogg had a heart attack.
Yep.
Diaz,
Sean better be looking around, making
I
sure
was
he's all
gonna
right.
say- Let's say Billy Gunn and X-Pac need to be
well, I don't know how much
Be on
of
their toes.
a druggy Road Dogg was, but Hunter wasn't really.
Road Dogg
But,
liked
like-
to smoke some weed.
Yeah, but like
That's it.
Shawn Michaels was like a
He-
big
he-
time drug
Mhm.
guy, and obviously X-Pac. but
Yep. Gunn, I don't
No
know.
heart attacks for
Gunn,
them.
I know, took steroids because he got kicked out because of that.
Right.
is that why he got fired?
Yeah,
From
it was like
NXT,
perfect timing. It was like a perfect timing, kind of
Mhm.
like.
Oh, that's right. I
where
think I
they
remember
had
that. Yeah.
to- they
He was
had
down
to
there as
do
a
it.
trainer in NXT, and then he got cut because he failed the drug test as a trainer. You can't really keep him around at that point.
Yeah, and it was. I think that was like right at the same time when there was like the abuse allegations from the other
Bill
Bill
DeMott,
DeMott
right?
or whatever. So
yeah,
like,
that's right around that
for
same
like
thing.
6 months, don't do anything stupid
Yeah,
because then you'll get affected.
exactly. Mhm.
Speaking of steroids, did anyone watch Dark Side of the Ring this week?
I
I
did.
saw some
Yes.
of it. Yeah,
That was-
here we go.
Yes.
That was a good episode. That was a real good episode.
Great episode.
And they didn't rip apart the WWE too badly in it.
Nah, that honestly,
They
they
really
were.
couldn't.
Yeah, especially when like the big get for that episode is the WWE's lawyer. You're
Yeah,
not gonna
right.
that
They really
dude.
can't.
Yeah,
No.
from that guy just seemed he was pretty ruthless.
Yeah. Oh no, he totally is.
I love the part with the Donahue footage with Dave Meltzer and his mullet.
Oh my god, that was such a mullet.
That was-
Oh,
And,
yeah.
and what's that other dude? Ron Arezzi. He looks like
John Arezzi.
Yeah, he was
John
back.
Arezzi. That's
Mhm.
he looked like the like just the sleaziest dude.
Oh, he
back
totally
in,
was.
like
Oh,
whatever.
yeah.
Was not,
Oh yeah, the other guy that was.
yeah,
The fat guy that Vince was giving
Yeah.
the dirty look to.
Yeah, the one
Yeah,
that he was
John-
going to try to kill with his eyes. Yeah.
Oh,
John Arezzi.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yes. Yes.
he's just back in like the what is
He
it? The
had, he
early
had one of those
90s. He looked
800.
like
He had one of those 800 numbers back in the day, and he'd be like, "Oh, let's call for this or this," and then 10 minutes later, he'd give you that info, but you'd have to listen through his whole spiel first.
And
Just
he had-
take your
didn't-
money away.
he had a radio show too, if I'm
Yep,
not mistaken,
right.
right? Yeah,
Mhm, mhm.
and it was like a kayfabe radio
And
show
no one
too.
would tell him anything, so he just makes stuff up.
Yeah,
Wasn't he living in his mother's basement? Didn't they allude to that? That
Yeah.
Vince had some people
Supposedly, two guys showed up at his
Yeah.
house after Donahue to be like, "Oh, you're in a dangerous neighborhood." Like, yeah, okay.
well,
When the lawyer was just like, "There's a lot of dream scenarios."
Right.
Oh yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Mhm.
the best part was the way he worded it. He was just like, "My mother who lives with me." It's
Yeah.
like, no, you live with your mom.
Yeah, it's not you live in
My
her
roommate.
basement. She lives with you, right?
Yeah.
Uh,
The woman that owns the place.
My landlady who gave birth to me.
Yep.
Yeah, that was what. Yeah, when he worded it that way, I was just like, okay,
That was
okay,
great. Mhm.
Right.
you probably still live there, buddy.
He
I'm
was
sure
not
he
getting
does.
pussy then. He's not getting pussy now.
No, not at all.
And the other thing I noticed too is like Dave Meltzer's face. Like, what's up with his face? It's like one head. It looked like someone like burnt him.
Steroids too.
Yeah, something's up with him.
Yeah, I don't
It
know.
it did. It looked like someone just like threw like hot coffee at like half his face. It was.
Yeah, that's true.
Seal 2000.
I love he doesn't even remember how long he was writing. 39, 40, no, 50 years. It's like, really? You knew how long.
Yeah, he's a trip too.
Mm-hmm.
And they got everybody. They got Phil Mushnick.
You knew Mushnick was going to be involved because that's all
Absolutely.
he did for years was rag on him all the time.
Yeah, he was a big proponent of, right. Basically,
almost every day he had an article about him.
I remember,
Yeah.
I remember hating Phil Mushnick, and I knew nothing about him, but just
Yep.
like, oh, here's another Phil Mushnick hit piece.
Oh yeah, that's all it was after a while.
Mhm.
It's like it just enough, like seriously enough, and he just keep going and going and going.
Mhm.
If anyone should have those guys knocking on the door, it should have been him.
Right.
You know.
I do like was it McDevitt's office? He's just got all like the courtroom drawings of, like, you know what I mean? It's like,
I mean, that's
the
when
one with it that like someone like the artist actually drew like the jury clapping and stuff. I thought that was hilarious. Like, I was like, oh man.
That's when you know you're just like good and they're gonna win. You're just like, bring it.
He's like, I'm not going to call any people because there's no reason to. And it's like, wow.
Yeah, that was wild. He's just like, yeah, I don't need a defense. A defense? It's like, okay.
They have nothing, so why bother?
Nothing.
Mm-hmm.
And he keeps winning.
Yep.
Everything. He wins everything.
Everything.
He's like the smartest guy there. It has to be. So he's just too smart for everybody. Has to be.
I'm surprised they let him do that show.
I was shocked too.
I mean, like,
I guess it leads to he has nothing to lose, and he proved it over and over and over again. So he's just talking about a victory. So
right, yeah. I mean, like
there's
I said,
nothing new to say, right?
Right. You're not going to try to spin it and then make him look like an asshole because that's the last person you want on your bad side.
He won.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Yeah, I didn't even think about it that way. Yeah, he was basically just, I'm the best, and he's going to gloat for an hour about how.
And he basically did.
Yeah.
He basically
whooped the government's ass.
Yep. He wanted to say that out loud to everyone.
Yeah, paid his bills forever.
Oh, yeah.
Now, were they saying that Hogan essentially helped Vince with his testimony?
Yeah.
That's what they were saying.
Yeah,
yeah.
They made him out to be a hero, like he helped Vince.
And they're trying to say Vince hated his everything he said, and I'm like, why? He basically told you did nothing wrong. Why would you hate that? Like, that was the only part that kind of was like, what? I don't get it.
Yeah, because Hogan basically was just like, no, he never sold me steroids, but yeah, he gave them to me if he had extra, and I would give them to him.
Him some too, right?
Yep. Yeah,
right.
And then Vince, I'm so mad at him. Like, why would you be mad? Be mad if he went to WCW, not because of that.
Right. If anything, he just saved your ass. He saved your whole company.
Well, Hogan probably knew. He goes, if WCW doesn't work, I can go back there now.
I can go back because I'll be in good with them.
Don't burn any bridges.
I distinctly remember leading up to WrestleMania 19, Vince was like, "You testified me against the federal government."
Mm-hmm.
Like that was like,
yep.
So essentially, he helped them though.
Oh yeah, no, totally. Yep.
Yeah.
I heard there's actually either Netflix or Hulu, or there's supposed to be
Hulu. I think is going to do a People versus OJ Simpson type.
Oh really?
On it.
Oh
yeah. It's going to be like a mini series about the steroid trials.
That should be a total mess.
It's going to be awesome.
Oh totally.
I guess Vince is producing it though too, right?
Oh, is that the WWE?
Yeah, it's a WWE produced.
Okay.
Like Vince has a hand in it.
Well, that should be good. And then the Chris Hemsworth Hulk Hogan thing, where that gets off the ground, that should be good too.
I'm excited for that. Like I keep hearing about it, but I never see it go past like speculation. Like, is that actually
it's happening? It's just like that. It's just been.
Is that Netflix exclusive? Is that a Netflix?
I think it might be a Netflix.
I believe so.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Yeah, I think they've already greenlit it. It's just when it gets done now.
Right.
Because they have so much stuff.
Whenever Hemsworth isn't Thor. He can be
Right.
Hulk Hogan.
I think he's working out for it. Not that he has to.
Do
He
too
just has
much.
to change his body.
Right.
His body's fine.
And
He
get a
just has to
tan.
change it.
He, I was saying he just has to tan for 6 hours a day
Or he could just have the Young Bucks come in and spray tan him down.
to get that nice leathery
Yeah, right.
skin.
Right.
Yeah, that's a like MJF is a bad spray tanner.
Oh, totally. Hmm.
There's some bad.
His hands are always, you can see it all over his hands all the time.
like,
Nobody is worse than the Miz with the spray tan. He is awful at the spray tan.
Well, now he might learn something with Dancing with the Stars.
That's true. Maybe he'll look all right. Oh, the intern's not happy about that
Yeah,
joke.
the intern is
Turning on us.
producing future segments for the show.
Him and JL are in always going back.
In a meeting right now. They're in a meeting.
Right. With Moose.
That's too fun.
Thank you for listening to Through the Table Podcast with Tom, Rick, Russ, JL, and Brian. Catch us on Twitter and Facebook. Please like and subscribe. Thank you. Till next time.